This is often not discussed or overlooked in the discussion about testosterone therapy and performance-enhancing drugs. Low enough testosterone prevents people from sleeping, exercise, social connection, etc. Look, I'm in my mid-40s, and I can tell you that you can get and maintain very healthy testosterone levels without TRT if you do the right things. So today we're going to talk about how you can optimize the ratios depending on your particular life goals, because the ratio of estrogen and testosterone in every individual has profound influence on feelings of well-being, feelings of anxiety or lack of anxiety, on reproduction, on sexual behavior. That testosterone has this incredible effect of making effort feel good. Now, this is important because we often think of testosterone as creating whatever, masculinization, or it's virilization, or all these terms are thrown around. But what's it really doing when it comes to mate choice and competition? What it's doing is it's reducing the threshold for anxiety.
Low levels of testosterone, also called low T levels, can produce a variety of symptoms in men, including decreased sex drive, less energy, weight gain, feelings of depression, moodiness, low self-esteem, less body hair, thinner bones. While testosterone production naturally tapers off as a man ages, other factors can cause hormone levels to drop. Injury to the testicles and cancer treatments, such as chemotherapy or radiation, can negatively affect testosterone production.
And in doing so, it selects individuals of a given species to push further, and we all make these molecules, but there are also important behavioral tools, supplementation tools, as well as prescription drugs that can impact ratios of testosterone and estrogen in really powerful ways. The question that I often get, in fact, is one of the questions I get most often in the comments on YouTube, I don't know why that is whether or not ejaculation adjusts testosterone levels. Sex and ejaculation itself does not reduce testosterone levels. However, abstinence or sex without ejaculation for a week or more will increase testosterone levels up to 400%. It's important to point out that while increases in testosterone promote seeking of mates and reproduction, in males, it's interesting to point out that testosterone is promoting seeking of sex, but it's also estrogen in males that's important for libido. If estrogen levels are brought too low, then men will completely lose their libido.
In recent years, researchers and pharmaceutical companies have focused on the effects of testosterone deficiency, especially among men. In fact, as men age, testosterone levels drop very gradually, about 1% to 2% each year, unlike the relatively rapid drop in estrogen that causes menopause. The test produces less testosterone. There are fewer signals from the pituitary telling the tests to make testosterone, and a protein called sex hormone binding globulin, SHBG, increases with age. All of this reduces the active free form of testosterone in the body. More than a third of men over age 45 may have reduced levels of testosterone than might be considered normal.
So testosterone promotes sex-seeking behavior, and the real question then is, does sex itself promote testosterone? And the answer is somewhat complicated, but the short version is yes. Men who observe sex, so I guess this would be observing pornography, they had increases in testosterone that were very modest, of about 10%. When people participated in sex, they actually did this study where people had blood draws and they had real sex with their partners, and they had 70% increases in testosterone. So the answer is actually complicated. It's not straightforward. What it means is that sex itself increases testosterone. However, abstinence also increases testosterone even further. So it's a nuanced answer, and you have to understand that nuance if you want to understand how certain behaviors impact hormones and how hormones impact those behaviors.
Problems associated with abnormally high testosterone levels in men include low sperm counts, shrinking of the testicles and impotence, heart muscle damage and increased risk of heart attack, prostate enlargement with difficulty urinating, liver disease, acne, fluid retention with swelling of the legs and feet, weight gain, perhaps related in part to increased appetite, high blood pressure and cholesterol, insomnia, headaches, increased muscle mass, increased risk of blood clots, stunted growth in adolescence, uncharacteristically aggressive behavior although not well studied or clearly proven, mood swings, euphoria, irritability, impaired judgment, delusions.
One of the quickest ways to boost someone's testosterone is to have them achieve a win. Repeated failures take testosterone levels lower than they would be otherwise. There's a slow system associated with achieving wins, even small wins. And that slow system is in the form of hormonal control that then translates to gene control. Testosterone has the effects we're all aware of, like deepening the voice, facial hair, muscle growth, recovery, etc. Mostly because testosterone increases protein synthesis. But in any case, testosterone has some very interesting effects on the brain. The major mental effect of testosterone is it makes effort feel good. Now, there are also some enzymes. Enzymes are things that can change chemical composition. And the enzymes that we're going to talk about today are the aromatases mainly. The aromatases convert testosterone into estrogen. So in a male, for instance, that has very high testosterone, some of that is going to be converted into estrogen by aromatase. And aromatase is made by body fat. It's also made in the testes themselves. A lot of people don't realize this, but the testes actually have the capacity to manufacture estrogen and aromatase, albeit at low levels. But this turns out to be important for optimizing hormone levels in males at later points, and we'll discuss that. It's important to note that there's a huge range in terms of the levels of hormones, testosterone and estrogen, between individuals. And it actually occurs within individuals across the lifespan. I'm not going to throw out specific numbers of X picograms per deciliter, et cetera, today, because that's going to vary a lot. It's going to depend on whether or not you're measuring in picograms or nanograms and that sort of thing. If you want to examine your hormones, you should do that in conjunction with a medical doctor. Ideally, an endocrinologist can help you sort out that information. For people that aren't getting prescribed TRT but want the increase in testosterone, there are these plant compounds like tonga ali, about 400 milligrams per day, has the effect of raising free testosterone and overall testosterone by about 100 to 200 points. And another one, which is very interesting, it's a Nigerian shrub called Phaedogia agrestis, and it mimics luteinizing hormone, which is the hormone that comes out of the hypothalamus that stimulates the testes if you got those and the ovaries if you've got those to make more testosterone or estrogen. And so those two herbal supplements together can give a significant boost in free and active testosterone.
So you said Tongat Ali can give you 100 to 200?
Yeah, about that.
But what does the other one give you?
Phaedogia is usually taken at about 600 milligrams.
And that's what the two of them synergistically
Phaedogia
work?
will actually make the testes grow. It's a noticeable difference. So
everybody wants that.
Some men who have a testosterone deficiency have symptoms or conditions related to their low testosterone that will improve when they take testosterone replacement. For example, a man with osteoporosis and low testosterone can increase bone strength and reduce his fracture risk with testosterone replacement. As surprising as it may be, women can also be bothered by symptoms of testosterone deficiency. For example, disease in the pituitary gland may lead to reduced testosterone production from the adrenal gland's disease. They may experience low libido, reduced bone strength, poor concentration, or depression.